Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of John's Crypto Therapy. Today we are going to look at key levels to understand where the market can reverse and how we should start taking profits and how to dictate where the market is trying to go. It is going to be very simple if you do understand technical analysis and if you're learning how to trade. I do like to keep my technical analysis to the easier side of things because I do want a lot of new traders to come into the zone and start understanding anything is possible when you are trading the markets. So right here we do have a BTC, Bitcoin, and as well as altcoin. This is BTCD dominance and BTC and altcoins. This is a chart showing us the correlations of what happens when the market goes certain ways. So when we have BTC dominance go down and we do have a spike of Bitcoin going up, we have a super pump for the altcoins, and this is what the super cycle looks like. So once again, we are back into the markets, and like I told you guys, we are looking for this zone. This zone around 0.0020 is a zone where I am looking to buy at least 10 to 15% of whatever money I'm trying to put into Ecomi. All right. The other zone is the very bottom. Reasons why: I think throughout this journey for Ecomi, a lot of FUD is going around, especially with traders saying they're doing certain things, traders saying that you cannot trade this. At the end of the day, I understand their conflict of interest, especially when you have other coins that you can absolutely trade and make massive money. But the thing about Ecomi is very hard for a lot of people because they do not want to short a project when it's super bullish. And that's the mindset of a lot of traders, especially in crypto, because most traders, they work off of these cycles and they just buy throughout the rallies. You know, not a lot of traders do want to say, you know what, I want to sell the market and whatnot, because if they're wrong, the community goes after them saying, you know what, you made me sell it and I could have made a lot of profit. But remember, this is not financial advice. This is my advice. Throughout this journey, if you guys have been with me from the get-go, we already dictated why the market was going to go down from here. All right, so we did understand there was a lot of interest, and we see that even when you look at levels like this. All right, so let's just draw this out. Watch this level right here. The market is making a higher high. If you guys can clearly see this, it is making a higher high on the RSI, and while on this, it is showing us that it is going down. So we did have a huge difference on the market to understand, you know what, there is a good interest for the market to go down. All right, so to a lot of people that did get into positions and they understood that this was a section to sell, good for you guys. You guys have been doing the work and you guys are ready for the bigger move. All right. Do I believe in Ecomi? Absolutely, I believe in Ecomi. I think Ecomi has such a great possible chance of reaching those all-time highs, and it's just about time when we see a lot of things put into place. I know by the end of August or sometime around there, we shall see maybe one broker or maybe possibly two. We just have to see how Reese is going to handle this. I know they have a broker manager now, and it's very important, and I'm super happy they started to have a broker manager. This key person is going to be such a great thing, because when they do go into a high level broker, and especially like Binance and stuff, they are going to buy a certain amount of Ecomi tokens, and for that reason we will see a huge pump and then maybe a rally to the downside. And that's what you look at market manipulation. See, to those that don't understand this, see, trading this is very, very simple. A lot of people will say go to a different coin, trade it, and then, you know, whatnot, do whatever you need to do. Stay away from Ecomi. But for those that are willing to learn from the get-go, you will learn these levels over time. And these levels are going to honestly make you better trader over time. So yes, history is going to go and we are going to find new levels. As long as historical data on the left have resistance and support levels, absolutely we could trade the future that is known as right now. For us, we are looking for the strong move to the downside. Of course, there's a possibility the market can absolutely change and go to upside, but we are going to be strict into our strategy. We're not just going to abandon our strategy because other people say so. If it does not happen, we need to understand there's more opportunities over time for us to buy and sell. If it does not work out, we do not panic. We just go with the situation in hand. So once again, when we are looking at this market, let me zoom in for you guys right here. We do see that the market is doing something very phenomenal. You can see that it's making lower lows on the RSI, just like on the chart, and we have a good correlation. So once again, we do see this market continue to the downside. We can see absolutely a channel forming. Let's just draw this out right here. So we'll do like a channel formation right here, and we'll just see how the market is going to play off of these channel. All right, so we can absolutely see a rebound of structure, and then we could see it going all the way back down, and then we could possibly seeing it go up. So the best way to trade this, if you are a breakout strategy trader, we will want to see this breakout trend line happen. We want to see the break above this trend line. Once we see a break above this trend line, we will see a confirmation of a retest of structure. So we do want a retest of structure, but if it has enough energy to break the zone and go above it, that's perfectly fine. But of course, you want to be keen to it, get into a retest of structure, because a lot of times the market will go up and it'll fake you guys out, and it'll dump on you. Then you're in the know-how and you don't understand where the market's gonna go. So we need to understand that. Also, when we look at this zone we have drawn out, it is beautiful. It is giving us more confirmation that it is still going to the downside. So like I said, we are continuing to this downside. We'll see how this move plays out, okay? And that's the very key for me to tell you guys. We need to let the market play out, and we just need to understand where the market is about to go. So back to this, we need to understand this very carefully. In order for us to see an altcoin pump, I am going to move to the charts of BTC dominance and Bitcoin to let you guys know where the price is going, how I'm going to dictate this market, and how I made special trades for me and my students and all the members that have joined me. So if you guys do like this type of content, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We are going to make a ton of money as long as we understand this is the future. Trading is the future. Investing is great. Trading is great. And if you could put both of that together with news and technical analysis, you guys are going to be off in a better future. So today is very special. So let's go into the BTC dominance and show you what I'm talking about. All right, so I am on the BTC dominance. I'm gonna squeeze the chart just to show you what I want to see price actually do. So let's squeeze the chart right here. All right, so when we squeeze the chart, we'd see high levels of support and resistance. I just want to mark it out. So this level right here is very strong for me to understand that there could be a great confluence on where the price can absolutely go. So I want to draw out these key zones just so everybody does understand. Historical data can absolutely make a difference on where the market alignment is trying to go. Perfect. Last one. All right, so as we can see, we're seeing something very magical. So as long as the BTC dominance goes down, that's the whole sum of the capital of BTC in the crypto market, how much Bitcoin takes over the whole crypto market, okay? So right now we do have a huge BTC dominance of 48.26%. But for us, we do want to see the altcoins move. And this is very, very important. So for us to see the altcoin move, we basically want to see the BTC dominance go down so the altcoins have a huge pump for themselves. As long as the BTC dominance going down, it means the whole sum of the whole crypto market is not just BTC. It is mixed with the altcoins that take a part of this huge rally. So of course, we do look for this to find structure and then follow it to the downside. So we are going to draw right now a lot of trend lines to see where the market is trying to go. So right here, I am drawing the rest of the trend line / channel. You guys can call it whatever you want. So we'll see the price is going to dictate. Follow this all the way to the upline of the 50 zone. If we do see a break of structure, we are going to wait a little, see how Bitcoin reacts, and then follow it through. If we do see a dump, a corrective move to the downside, which I am looking for, if we do see BTC dominance going down, like I said to you guys, when BTC dominance goes down, and then we have Bitcoin going sideways, we will get an altcoin pump. So if we are looking for a pump, this is very crucial. So like I said, if BTC dominance is going down, right? And we do have this beautiful move to the downside. All right, and this is the zone we are trying to buy as much token as we can, 0.0020. If we do have a good news there, good structure, which we already identified that this is a great structural zone. Once we see price going down there and we have BTC dominance going down in value, showing us that the altcoins are taking more shares of the bigger volume in the crypto market, then absolutely we will see a huge increase in price, and we will see levels like 0.0030, levels like 0.0040 absolutely being hit. So like I said, guys, we need to start understanding what the market is about to do. So in order for us to get a pump or a huge pump, we need to see Bitcoin doing two things, going up or going sideways. So we are going to go back into the charts for BTC now and see how the price is doing for those charts. So let's go into that chart. So into this chart, I see a lot of great potential. We did and we are still looking for a little short because I don't want to see a huge rally like this filled with 8 candles or 9 of green solid candles pushing to the upside. Why? I do want a healthy trend. In order for us to have a healthy trend, I do want to see a retracement on a key level, even the 23 or even the 50, even the 61.8. We need to see a good retracement before we shoot up to the upside. If this does continue going up without having a healthy retracement, it could be dangerous in a sense that it can dump on you, or the fact that there is going to be a lot of manipulation that's going to happen. So like I said, we do have a divergence going down while the divergence on the RSI is going up. So we are looking for a short squeeze to the downside. We have to dictate how the market is doing. So one last thing I do want to say, it is very, very good to see this. When we put the Ichimoku, and you guys can clearly see right here, this is very good for everyone that is in Bitcoin. We will most likely see a break of structure if it does happen and it breaks this level of 41,552. We will see a beautiful rise in price. We will see a new green cloud forming, so to show us that the volume is slowly going to the upside. But as you guys can see, oversold does not mean it's oversold. Absolutely, it can still go up, but we have a beautiful divergence to put into play. So because of this divergence, we are still looking maybe for a short. I will put the pivot line for you guys to see that there is a possibility of a short, but does not mean it can happen. It does not mean it will. We just need to understand how the market is going to work in this type of situation. Like I said, we are looking for the moving average. We could see a retest of structure on the moving average. That is a little bit far away. We could see the price going halfway before we see a huge pump to the upside. But we do have news. We do have a lot of people just coming into the market, some retail traders that do not know what to do, and we could see a huge dump or a sideways movement for a short period of time. So once again, let me put this indicator of the pivot points and we'll get to work. And when we do the pivot, I do want to put exactly the weekly just to get a bigger ratio. And for this, I just want to make sure it's just going to 2, just because I don't want too much moves in here. Okay. So once we have this, let's zoom into this and see exactly where structure is showing us. So right here, we could see that the pivot line was actually broken. And when it was broken, it retested on R1, R2, and now it's trying to find some kind of zone on R2 to go to R3. If we do have a break of this structure going to R3, exactly at 43,123, we will see a bullish move to the upside. But we need to be careful on where the market is trying to show us. So once again, we are going to do this. And right here, we do have something very, very awesome. If you guys do see the charts, let me make this into a black color right here so it's more noticeable. Perfect. So right here on this chart, we could see something happening right there. So if you guys could see very carefully, let me take away this line and let's take away this line. Perfect. So we can see that the price is doing two things. So right here, we do have the price going down on the RSI while the price on the market itself is going up. So that is showing us another divergence, especially being on a key level and especially being overbought. We could see two things: the price coming all the way back to R1, all right, or we could see it going to R2 and just having a sideways movement for a short period of time. So this is the two scenarios. We could see price actually going to this zone right here, bouncing off many times. Then we could see a natural breakout of structure to the upside. But if that does not happen, I am looking for a short sell just to continue this healthy trend. So R1 is absolutely possible. We could absolutely see a $37,474 Bitcoin for a little while before the price does accumulate more speed and us seeing a huge move to the upside. So we cannot account this out. We can see the market zone all the way up, but we need to also realize this zone right here, this blue zone, is a huge demand of support and resistance. Due to that, I am looking for a short to R2 or R1 before we do see a spike in price. But like I said to you guys, if the price does go sideways, this is good for the altcoins. Reasons why: a lot of people will get confidence to believe that Bitcoin is stabilizing. And if Bitcoin is stabilizing sideways, we will see BTC dominance going down, because a lot of people will say to themselves, Bitcoin is good, I have my share in it. Now it's time to get into the train of the altcoins before the train departures. This is very crucial when it comes to trading. Understand BTC dominance and why it's important if BTC dominance actually decreases in price and we do have an uprise in Bitcoin, or if we have a sideways movement for Bitcoin as well. So like I said, we will see price going to this low. So I'm not buying no tokens until it reaches this zone before I accumulate any kind of token. That's personally up to me. Let me know what your plan is. Let me know how much Ecomi tokens you guys have. Tell me something about Ecomi that you love so much, that you believe in this project, that it can absolutely reach $1. Like I said, this is BTC dominance. We are going to work off of this. So once again, I'm going to recap everything. We're going to see price going all the way back down, and we will see a retest of structure here. Once this does happen, and if it all plays out, we'll see BTC dominance going down or controlling at a safe zone. Then we'll see Bitcoin do many things. Yes, everybody, I am bullish on Bitcoin. That's the overall vision for Bitcoin. It is bullish no matter what. But in order for this to be a little bit more of a healthy trend, I do want to see a pullback. Yes, absolutely, we did have a pullback right here. It was great. A lot of people did look into that. It's very simple to see. At that time, we were looking at this zone right here. So I just want to make this clear for you guys. We were looking at this zone right here, and then we were looking at this as well. All right. And when you look at that, it is very, very crucial for you to understand the market was going sideways to the downside. And right there at that moment of this high, we could see that the market was already above, going to the top side. All right. At that time, we can see the increase on price on the RSI, and for the market, we can see it going to the downside. So that's why we had a divergence. This is why we had a huge pump to the downside. But like I said, we do have another divergence in front of us. This could absolutely play out. We just need to see what it's going to do. If it does radiate around the R2, bounces here and there, we will see a price push up. If it does go to the R1, we could connect this with other support and resistance zones for a bigger position to the upside. Like I said, we do want to see this move have a slight pullback before we see a huge move to the upside. I just want to make sure this is a confirmation move. We do not want to get into a trade that's not going to make sense. Once we see a break of structure and it stays up here and it finds a lot of support, that's when we're going to continue with the trade and then push the upside. We need to make sure BTC dominance goes down so altcoins have a huge share on this huge crypto market for us to see a huge pump to the upside. All right. So this is my recap. Hopefully you guys like it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, take it easy, and John out. Peace.